Welcome to Cell City. The cells are the human body's minor functioning unit. They're so tiny that you need a microscope to see them. But for the time being, let's concentrate on just one cell and take a look inside. Cells are organelles, which are cellular structures of various forms that perform a specific purpose. The cell's interior is analogous to a cell city with multiple tasks associated with each section of the cell to ensure the city's smooth operation. Now, let us explain the cell parts through my cell city that I created and their comparison and functions. Let's start first with the cell wall that represented by the ocean that surrounds the city and protects the town from items outside. Just like the cell wall, it provides protection and structure to the cell. Next, the cell membrane that upholds everything together and monitors molecules that enter and leaves the cell. And it's made up of a thick, flexible layer that surrounds and protects the inside of the cell. These are our city limits, where Grand Gates protects our city from virus invaders. The mayor, or the chromosome, in which all cell operations are directed to help in the overall functioning of the cell for growth, reproduction, and survival of all the living organelles inside of the cell. The nuclear membrane, or the city hall barrier. The nuclear membrane aims to keep the chromosome isolated from the rest of the cell in the cell. It keeps your DNA inside the nucleus to protect it from surrounding substances in the cytoplasm. Additionally, the nuclear envelope can regulate what materials enter or exit the nucleus. Moving on to the endoplasmic reticulum, or ER, also known as the highway system or passage of the cell. First, there is a rough ER that has ribosomes attached and a smooth ER that does not. The rough ER produces proteins which are named vehicles or tiny sacs that deliver to the Golgi apparatus. The smooth ER also has lipids. As our vast highway system, the ER manufactures proteins that are transported by vehicle delivery trucks. The proteins produced by the ER are delivered here to the Golgi apparatus, or the post office of the cell. The Golgi devices receive proteins transported from the ER that modifies the received materials with enzymes, then sorts and sends out the material where it is needed throughout the cell. Just like our local post office, it delivers and receives, processes, and mails out to the other parts of the cell, wherever they are needed. Moving on, we have the ribosomes, or the machine shops of the cell. They produce proteins. Proteins are needed for cell functions like repairing damage to the city. As the people of the town cell, ribosomes are found all over, producing proteins that fix and keep the other organelles working. Next to the ribosomes is the machine shop school, which is the Nucleolus. It is found within the cell nucleus that is concerned with producing and assembling the cell's ribosomes. Following assembly, ribosomes are transported to the cell's cytoplasm, where they serve as the sites for protein synthesis. Next, here is the landscape. The cytoplasm, the color green, of water and nutrient solution that fills the cell, and it allows movement through the cell and provides the environment organelles need to complete their jobs. Traveling through the cytoplasm, we came across the lysosomes. They are the recycling centers of cell, aid in cell digestion, break down waste, and create new building materials. As recycling centers, it's the lysosome's job to recycle waste and make new materials out of it. And the most important part of the cell is the mitochondria, or the powerhouse of the cell. It uses cellular respiration to break down the nutrients that creates energy and powers the other cell functions. The powerhouse supplies the organelles with energy like electricity that keep organelles working. The vacuole, are also known as the store, because it stores food and throws away waste in the city vast cell. Next to the store is the Wonderland gardens, also known as chloroplasts. The chloroplasts are like a garden or farm because they use nutrients and the sun to make food for their play cell. And that is the cell city. Each piece you see here is to keep it running smoothly, and these complete the cell city.